I want to introduce Jamie. Jamie is the founder and executive director of 0 Hour. 16-year-old Jamie Margolin is a fierce climate justice advocate. She has been featured for her work with 0 Hour in the New York Times, People Magazine, NowThis, Rolling Stone, Mother Jones, and CNN. Jamie strives to center the voices of youth on the front lines of the climate crisis and tackles the climate crisis in an intersectional way. Jamie's identity as a mixed-race Hispanic and daughter of a Colombian immigrant and an Ashkenazi Jew influences her activism and passion to fight for those who are marginalized. She is a Seattle resident and high school student perpetually buried under her. Please welcome Jamie.
Yeah, my name is Jamie Margolin. I'm 16 years old, and I don't want to think about all the homework that's waiting for me at home that I've been procrastinating on today. And so you may be wondering what someone my age is doing out here at an event like this, and I get that a lot whenever I go to different community organizing events. And the reason is I do this work not because I am paid to do it. I am not, I wish. Not because I have to, but because my life and my entire generation's life depends on it. I am a climate activist, and I was born after 9/11, which means not only has obnoxious airport security always been a reality for me, but so has the fact that life as we know it is coming to an end, and there's never been a year that I've been alive where it wasn't the hottest year on record, where there wasn't some sort of record-breaking climate disaster. So that's always been my reality. There was never, I was a toddler when An Inconvenient Truth came out. So there was never a time where there was an aha moment where I suddenly discovered, oh, climate change is a thing. It's a reality that I'm constantly worried about. And for a while, I didn't know what to do with that worry. I would be at school, and things would get very normalized, where we'd be talking about our futures and what we wanted to do, and they're like, oh yeah, but we should probably do that pretty soon because that place is going to be destroyed because of climate change. That place is not going to be around anymore. The earth is probably going to be uninhabitable by then. And this is like middle school kids talking about how the world is not going to be there anymore in the way that we can live on it as a normal recess conversation. And that was becoming normalized, and so I just grew up with that fear and I didn't know what to do about it. Until around 2016, around the presidential election, after he who shall not be named was elected, I was kind of jolted out of that fear of taking action, and I started joining local organizations. I was 14, and I started working with local youth organizations, and we were doing all of this great work, but no one was paying attention to us, and we were a bunch of broken kids running around Olympia, begging for bills to be passed, literally skipping school to go run around the legislature, but no one was listening to us. And so it was around the summer of 2017 when I decided that something big needed to happen because there were all these massive storms. Puerto Rico had just been completely decimated by the hurricane at that point. And only a few years prior to that, I had visited Puerto Rico with my mom and totally fallen in love with it, and I saw on the news everything destroyed. So, and the media wasn't treating these disasters with the urgency that it deserved. They were just like, oh, that's a very strong hurricane, how strange. Oh, Seattle was totally covered in smog. It doesn't usually happen, how strange. And no one was drawing a connection to climate change, and so I was like, okay, there needs to be a big action. Where young people rally together. After the Women's March, I was inspired by mass mobilizations, and I was like, we need to have a mass youth climate action mobilization. And that idea had sparked in my mind, but then I didn't know where to go from there. I was 15, no real experience in community organizing, no resources, no money, no clout. I don't come from an activist family. I don't come from, I never had to worry about food being on the table, but it's not like, I had enough money to indulge in setting up an organization. So I was at this standpoint where I needed help, and I had gathered a bunch of youth from all around the country over social media to form an organization called 0 Hour, because this is 0 Hour. Groveled over the internet, over so many long phone calls, and organized the first ever youth climate march in 25 cities around the world this past summer, a mass lobby day on Capitol Hill. But none of this would be possible if it weren't for the adult mentors that helped 0 Hour get off the ground and now become the nationally known international organization that we are today, that is continuing to do amazing climate justice work and empower youth all around the country. And initially, when we were just starting, we were a bunch of kids who didn't know what we were doing. And you know, what For the People is working on is supporting organizers who can also be mentors to the youth and who can support youth actions. And if it weren't for the adult mentors that have helped 0 Hour, we would be nothing. I remember when I first met Zarna, who is one of the founders of For the People, I had met her before, but then as we were starting 0 Hour, I reached out to her because we needed some help. And we set up the way we work is we work over like conference calls at lunchtime, in some little part of my school during lunch, like talking about our plans. That's pretty much my life, is like finding an empty classroom and being like, hey, did you get the permits yet? And so I set up a call with Zarna about, because we needed some adult mentors to help, because we didn't know what the heck we were doing, organizing marches all over the country for climate justice. And I set up a call, and then I was swamped with homework on the bus home. I had a bunch of other calls that day, and I forgot. And then Zarna sent me back this scary email that's like, excuse me, my time is to be respected, and I was like, oh no. I was really scared of Zarna. I love you, but I still am a little. But eventually, she gave me one more chance. We set up a call. I was sure not to miss it. And it was the mentorship of adults who were completely for free for our organization, who walked us through the permitting process, who walked us through raising money that was needed, and it was tens of thousands that we raised in order to pull off the action. It was the adult mentors who helped us come up with a platform. 0 Hour, we aren't just a bunch of young people who are randomly marching for the general idea of climate justice. We have come up with a comprehensive platform of what exactly do you need in order to have a livable future. And a lot of that goes back to what's been talked about already, is that we're not just preaching the same old, hey, we should put solar panels on things and that would fix everything. We talk about the dismantling of systems of oppression that have caused the climate crisis in the first place. We've actually managed to get that language into the mainstream, into New York Times, into CNN, into the Huffington Post, into Teen Vogue, because of the work we do. So we take the radical and we're taking it mainstream. I was just... you don't exactly learn in school, hey kids, these are all the systems of oppression, this is why everything is the worst, here, go forth to make change. We're taught in school is 1492 Columbus, and that's what we're taught. And so it was Zarna and a bunch of adult mentors, especially mentors of color, indigenous mentors, who had joined the 0 Hour team that helped us come up with our platform of what exactly we need in order to have a livable future, that we then delivered. The platform, you can read it on thisiszerohour.org, but it pretty much is a comprehensive plan of how we solve the climate crisis, not numbers, but what systems of oppression we need to dismantle, how the people need to come together to take climate action. You can read about it, I'm not going to go into it, but it was with the help of adult mentors who were completely for free and believed in a bunch of meddling kids like myself and the 0 Hour youth, some of which are here. Talia's in the back. She's a sophomore. I like to say that she's a fetus. But they really helped us craft that language, and with the help of the wisdom of the elders, or not quite, you're not, but the wisdom of older organizers combined with the energy of the youth can really take us places. That radical platform with really earth-shattering and revolutionary concepts was then went mainstream. It was retweeted by the actor of the Black Panther, Chadwick Boseman, Chris Evans, in the New York Times and Huffington Post. And I don't say that to be like, hey, look, we got cool media. I say that to mean that these radical messages went to the mainstream and went to places where people never really would have heard them before. And when those messages spread and the general public starts to wake up, that's when the real change happens. And I was just recently last week on a national television show talking about these systems of oppression, and I'm going to go to the Teen Road conference in a few weeks to talk about these systems of oppression. And 0 Hour, the work that we do is we're taking the grassroots work that so often goes ignored and blasting it out into the mainstream so that, because I see the amazing work that is being done, I see the amazing messages, and I'm like, why is this not everywhere? Why doesn't everyone know about this? Because that's what's going to save us. So that's the work that we do. And I'm going to stop talking pretty soon, but I just want to end with a call to please support for the people, because the organizers that sacrifice their time and work for free to help a bunch of kids like myself, like Talia, like the 0 Hour Youth, build these movements, need to eat, they need to be sustained, and movements like 0 Hour or other movements would not be possible without these mentors, without this work. So I ask you to please donate to For the People, and to follow them on social media. What is the handle on social media so people get their phones? forthepeople.earth. Go check out their website and support the grassroots, because the grassroots is where the change actually happens. And that's all that I have to say, but thank you so much, and thank you so much to Zarna. I love you, but you're still scared.